Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT, Certified Zentangle Teacher, and welcome to Not Perfect Zen. Here's my contact information if you want to find me on Instagram or Facebook, or if you would like to tag me. If you happen to do one of my tiles, I would love to see it, and this is the best thing to do, to tag me. For this weekend, I'm back to doing some botanical tiles. I'm still looking into the 102 Tangles poster, but that's just going to happen a little bit at a time because I have to find things that I enjoy in order to create a video. And this week I'm enjoying botanical tiles. So I came across two from the Tangle Patterns website. This one is Leur by Julie Isaac, and this one is Greenery Vibrant by Damy, Teng. They are both CZTs, and both of the sets of step outs for these I found on tanglepatterns.com. And as you saw in the introductory part of this video, this is the tile that I did, and it's a little bit busy, but I still had fun with it. And this is the basic pattern. I went a little bit crazy on this one, but that's what it's all about. It's just having fun. This week I did some coloring of tiles using Lindy's Magicals, and that's what this is. I do have a video, and I'll try to remember to put that video in the link, but I do have a video on how I do the backgrounds for some of my tiles. And I did probably a dozen of those and really had fun with it. Anyway, these are simple patterns, and I think you'll enjoy it. I'm going to be using a 3.5 inch tile. This is a Zentangle tile. And you can use any size tile, any paper that you have, any pen, pencil, whatever you have on hand. Okay, that's the nice thing about Zentangle. So a Micron 01, a graphite pencil, a blending tool, and I always keep a kneaded eraser close by in case I need it, and a paper clip in case I need to fix my blending tool, because I tend to be a little bit rough on them, and that helps me to push the tip back out. Okay, all right, let's get started with appreciation. I greatly appreciate the supplies that I have. I really appreciate the Tangle Patterns and the Micron websites, because I'm able to find a lot of wonderful patterns to play with and to show you. And today, in all of this heat, I'm grateful for air conditioning and grateful for time to be with you. All right, so let's start with our 4 corner dots, and we're not going to use them. Actually, we're going to make a square a little bit closer in. So this is the size of a 3.5 or a Bijou tile, and if you wanted to, if you have a Bijou tile, you could just make a little bit of a square. Very lightly on your tile. If you don't have a Bijou tile to use, then just bring your corner dots in, like about that far, and connect your dots. This is just kind of a guide for this first pattern, because her step outs actually use a square. So we're going to follow that. So once you have your square in place, we are going to make like a C shape. And you might want to watch me first. Just a little C shape in each corner. And I've also done this just making a circle. It doesn't have to be a square, but I'm following her step outs. So now we're going to put that C shape in between those corners. Okay, so like I said, you can start with a circle. I do have a circle maker, but I don't use it very often. Now let's find the center of this square and just put a dot. And then we're going to make curves from one side of this down to the center. And then we're just going to keep going around. It's a curve that's going to come down to the center. And I encourage you to look at her step outs because she has some other ideas for how to do this. Again, I'm just going to show you the simple one. So we're going from the left side of our little C curve up here down into the center. Okay. So now that we have each of those done, we're going to go to the other side of that one and just bring it down to that edge. Each of mine are a little bit different size. That doesn't matter. Just keep bringing it down with a little curve. One of the things that she does in the step outs, and I'll show you with a pencil and then I'm going to erase it, is that you can bring that line, that second line, all the way down like that. So if we wanted to, we could bring it all the way down. Okay, so that's just an idea. It gives you kind of a star in the center. Oh, here we go. So here's one that I did where it kind of makes a star or flower in the center if you do that. Okay, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to do the basic pattern. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're going to make little curves, little swirls inside each one. Almost just a little spiral at the end. You could put fescue, you could put anything else that you'd like in there. I think these are pretty. Just a little simple stem with a curve on the end. Okay, turn in your tile to keep yourself comfortable. Remember to relax your shoulders, relax your hand, breathe. Breathing's important. Okay. All right, there you go. So that is how she does Leur. On the one that I showed you, I added another line across here, and then I also have a aura all the way around it. The other thing that I did was I came to the center and then just kind of add these little flicking motions up toward the petal. Just kind of brings that center point together. Kind of brings all these petals together. Okay, so you're just putting your pen down, do a little flick, and your pen comes up. All right, so that is Leur by Julie Isaac. You could put another line across here if you wanted to. I'm just going to keep this one simple. But I think I'll go ahead and put an aura around it. So this is optional for you. You don't have to do it. But since I'm going to put this Greenery Vibrant pattern around it, I don't want to lose our petals here. So an aura just follows the line next to it. Just take your time. So I am in the Houston area, and I think our temperature was 102 yesterday, which made the feels like temperature 112. It's crazy hot. All right, yeah, I think I like that with the aura around it. And Greenery Vibrant is just a very simple vine type pattern. You can put as many of these on here as you would like. I am going to erase that square that I put down initially, so it's not distracting me. All right, I'm just going to start from any one of these little points. And the way that she does it is makes kind of a curvy line, as long as you would like to. I'm going to have this one end right here. And then we just start adding these C shapes that end up looking like leaves. And you can do several of these along this line. Mine end up looking kind of fat instead of long like leaves, but it's okay. And then I'm going to put one here at the end. And then she adds 2 more little leaves. So start with a line and then add your little C shapes. Or you can put the little leaf and then put the line in. So you decide what's most comfortable for you to do. Okay, I'm going to make this one a little bit closer to that first one. I think this can make an excellent vine type filler for any tile. Oops. Okay. So another thing that she does that was cool is put a line with the other line. So drawing an arrow at the end of that line, put your little leaf, and then put your leaves right here on that arrow. Okay, you can do it on both sides. You could have another stem coming out, a little bit longer than those others, longer than that. And put your little leaves. I think I do each one of mine different. That's just how I am. Okay, we could get something in here. We could come off of this one and come back in this way. So I'm going to come down here, put a couple of little leaves. My next little leaf. I do think I do better if I put the line first. And then we'll put another one here. Okay, so we're just going to continue to add these little leaves around this. This one's going to come around here. Just take your time. Enjoy what you're doing. Okay. And then that one's just going to go off the page. Let's see. You could have something come off of this leaf. Again, I'm just filling space. We're going to have one come off of this. Go out this way. This would be pretty to put some color in here. And then since this is called Greenery Vibrant, come back with a watercolor brush or even maybe Jelly Roll and add some more color in there. I do have some watercolor brushes that I like to use. Okay, so I'm just putting these little V's, add a leaf on each side, and then add a leaf here, and have one come off this way, and then go off the page again. All right, so we're just going to keep adding the vines like that. Here I'm going to put my little arrow. And a little leaf there. Have one come off this way. All right, I love how that fills the space. Let's have this one come around and kind of curve. And then I'm just going to leave that one. Have a little dangle coming off of there. Let's come off this way. Kind of do the same thing. So this has been a really busy weekend for me. My sister fractured a bone in her leg, and so I'm taking care of her now. She usually does everything in the garden, so I'm taking care of that too. Sure makes me appreciate all that she does. She loves gardening, and I love the art. I like drawing the flowers. She likes growing them. But I can tell you, in this heat, everything is struggling. All right, there we go. I know this is taking a while. I do not speed up my videos, and I don't put music in the background because I have learned that there are people that cannot concentrate when there's music. Plus, it might be music that you don't enjoy. Just because I like it doesn't mean that you want to hear that. So, as my friend Kelly Bluen suggests on her videos, that you can find the music that you like and listen in the background while you watch the videos. I think that's a great idea. Again, we're not looking for perfect leaves. We're just adding a little bit at a time. And I'm not trying to come up with, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, some fantastic art. I'm just enjoying my time drawing. It's not a contest. We're not being graded. Just enjoy drawing one line at a time. All right. Let's go this way, this way, this way. I'm going to have this one go all the way. Just have fun with it. And I will try to speed this up a little bit so I don't put you to sleep. Unless your goal is to go to sleep, like my niece, Stacy, when she watches. It helps her to relax and get to sleep. And I think that's awesome. All right, just keep going. And here I'm going to put my little curve at the end. Let's see. Do I want to come off of that one or come? Let's come off of this. And here. You could also use just regular colored pencils. Add some color to this green. Let's see, I think I'm going to have one come off here. Oop. I lost some of my light. I'm next to a window in my craft room, and it's partly cloudy. So, I need to open my window a little bit. Okay. Hopefully that won't be too bright. Okay, so where were we? Here, I guess. And then we're going to have one come this way. You can see I have different sizes on these little leaves. Doesn't matter. And just curve around a bit. Let's put one here. Okay. So since I put these little curvy things here, I'm going to add a couple along here, just to tie it all together. Okay, so for shading, where this petal is going behind that petal, I'm going to use my graphite pencil and just add a little bit of shading along those lines where one petal is going under another one. Okay, and then maybe just a little bit right here in the center. And then I'm going to take my blending stump, and then I'm just going to very softly push that into the paper and soften that line. Okay. And I just keep turning my tile. Okay. And the other thing that you still have some graphite on your blending stump. We can just kind of go along this curve and give it a little bit of a shadow. If you don't have enough, you could just take your graphite pencil, and I have it on the side, and just very lightly put some graphite down there for each one of these. Okay. It just gives it a little bit of a shape. All right, there we go. Very simple. I'm going to put my chop down here in this corner. I'm not going to add any color, or I'm not going to add any shading to those leaves, but might add some green to them. And then I'll show a picture of how that looks. And you can decide if you want to do that or not. All right, there we go. Very simple. Easy patterns, easy tile. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please hit the like button. And also subscribe if you haven't. I do appreciate your comments. And I'm very grateful that you're watching my videos and watching my channel, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.